Is this thing on?
Yeah,
Can,
I
can they
think
hear
so.
me? Think they can hear me?
I think so, dude.
Okay, word.
Hey all, it's Nick Kanoki here, and fingers crossed I should be graduating in 4 weeks. And so the common question is now, so Nick, what will you be doing next year? And honestly, I've thought about this long and hard, and the plan, unlike many of my peers, is not to get a job. And this is not because I don't feel that I'm employable or because I'm lazy or because I feel that I have all the money I need and can rest on my laurels. But the plan is to go on a cross-country road trip because I don't know what I want to do. And honestly, I feel like there are so many paths and directions that I could take from here. And I feel like this is a very unique time in which I have freedom that I have never had before, to go on a road trip and find out what I want to do, how I can best help others and build a life that I am fulfilled by. I very strongly feel that I should go on this road trip because I see so many people who feel a lot of pressure from their parents and family and friends and well-wishers, all people who wish the best for you, tell you to go for that job, to get that job security, to pay off your student loans, to get on a career path. I think now's the time to do this road trip. Now's the time to leave a little bit up in the air, not feel the pressure of having job security, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel almost indecisive. I don't know where to go. I have many ideas of where I could go, and partially I think the problem is I feel like I could be happy and live purposefully in almost all of them. Whether I go into architecture or outdoor education or personal fitness coaching, environmental activism, I feel like all these things I could be passionate about and find happiness and be helpful to, my local community and the global community. And I don't know which one to choose, almost because they all seem so good in a way. Or I'm very hopeful about the future, and I feel like I could excel and build a life in any of these directions. I think I need to take some time, this freedom that I have for the first time really in my 22 years, and just take some time to figure out what I want to do and to see how other people are doing things. So the plan is to travel across the country with a friend from high school, and we're going to live out of a van and in our tent and with our packs on our backs. And the goal is to be, kind of live simply. And I think that minimalism is really important because I see a lot of the problems of the world, or that people have forgotten that you can't buy happiness. I think the idea was unformed at the beginning of this year. I had just come back from New Zealand, and it was a life-changing experience for me to live in a minivan for 2 months and hike and backpack and camp. And I kind of learned through that experience with my good friend Killian that the simple life in a lot of ways fulfills more than this complex modern world ever has. So I kind of had the idea that I would do something like that again. And then a good friend of mine from high school came to me over winter break this year, right when I was beginning to think, what am I going to do with my future? What will I do going forward? And she said, I'm doing a cross-country road trip, and I'd love it if you came along. I think the journey will end, when the money runs out would be one hard cap on the journey. But alternatively, and what I hope, is that this journey will end in me kind of knowing how to move forward into the next chapter of my life. So I'm going on this road trip, and the point is to find out what I want to do going forward, where I want my life to go career-wise or just passionately. I would love to bring you all with me, but I can't. So I will be documenting the experience through videos, pictures, and words whenever I can get them down and get them out. But in order to go on this road trip, you need some things, a car, food, gas, maybe some maintenance, and fees to camp some places. And I don't have a job because I'm going on this road trip, and I have some student loans to pay off. But those are problems of tomorrow and the future. But I would say that if you respect this mission, if you like the idea of me taking some time to figure out how I can best live fulfilled and help the world, I would love your support in any fashion that you are, interested in giving it. And that could be a place to stay, could be a camera lens, I'm looking for one of those these days, or it could be a donation. And all I can say is that your money will be well spent.